Man, it's like I don't even want to even talk on this thing no more, man. Y'all just, it is one thing when you talking to somebody, acknowledge that you getting through to them, or maybe they saying, man, well, maybe they don't mean that. They just, slip through the cracks and stuff or something, but man, y'all can break a person's spirit, and then y'all can make him seem like he begging with his hand out, like with no pride before you even acknowledge that, you could help him. But I know y'all are probably kind of shy. I don't know what. When I got here, this city was the city that was asking for so many donations and support to the community. I thought y'all meant by pay your bills and get food from fries and be persistent with keeping up with the bills. I thought that's what y'all meant by support the community, which I was doing good, but I thought it was the same for everybody. I never let racism bother me. I walk past it, but y'all got it so upfront and personal that I feel that I have to confront everybody when my voice gets over a certain decibel. It doesn't mean that I'm ignorant or unintelligent. It just means that you've really hit a nerve because you're so used to somebody saying nothing about things that you shouldn't have said, being a professional person or the face to a business. It's not just you, unless you own the business. You can't just say anything that you want to say. You can say it and have that person banned or whatever, but you can't just put your personalities before principle in someone else's business. And that's what I hated about Channel 3. Even if we went through this and we scared each other and stuff and ran out each opposite door, then later on when I'm calling, I'm trying to put my hand, my olive leaf out. But that you were joking and laughing about somebody's bringing a bomb the night before. So when I came, instead of telling you, hey, somebody called, and they seem to have all the proof about the VA. And look how I'm just watching on TV how these young black residents of yours, they are so easily influenced that they want to be Muslims and all kind of stuff because they have no other hope or prayer. They don't know that they should get, like I did, just get on the road and go and get away from all that drugs and whatever or influence, but they don't have the balls or the courage to do so. They would prosper really, really well in another city because they would, it would be like starting over for one. You don't have to look over your back for another. You old people when you left, everybody's like that. Deucey too. So you've more or less got a fresh start. Now, what you do when you get in the city, and this is what I did. I started waving at the police. And then I got to talk to a couple. I was really nervous because in Chicago, one put his gun on the bar and slapped the shit out of me. I was 14 years old, and I was with my brother, just wanting to go home. He thought I was all puffed up looking at him. I was just wanting to go home. I was a kid. My brother always took me to places, and this is the one that got me hooked on cocaine straight from the trip from El Paso, your next door neighbor, home. I kissed mama, I kissed daddy. Well, I ain't kissed daddy, I hugged daddy. And now it's time to go see what the little brother's been doing for 3 years. I get over his house, he said, hey, try this, don't get hooked. This is, I said, well, what is it? He said, it's called freebasing. For 30 years on and off, my mentality stopped at, I don't know what, 24 years old or something like that. And 30 years on and off, I've been to some amazing places. I've got went to rehabs, $30,000 way in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and then I would come to Toma, Wisconsin. I'm coming home, and I get to Toma, Wisconsin. I stay in the program for a year and get my 100% service connected. I had $16,000 in my Corvette when I was flying 110 miles an hour down the expressway in a fire engine red Corvette 88 hitting. And so I got a ticket. The cop said, I know you were doing over 120 or 30 or something, but I'm going to just give you a ticket a few miles under the I don't take your license ticket. So anyway, I eventually got my license back from there. I bounced around once I I was on the way home. When I got on the way going home, I started to pick up smoking cigarettes. I hadn't smoked in a year. I got to thinking about drugs. I hadn't did anything in a year. I wanted to come home and give my brother a couple of $1,000 and keep going with my Corvette to El Paso. I never made it. I was in monthly motels, and he had me in a motel. When I first got there, he stole $8,500 from me, and from there I was thrown to the dope dealer. And I don't know what my brother had against me, because I could have been anything that I wanted to be. You see, I didn't have a record. I didn't know about cocaine. I knew about a little beer, but not enough to get kicked out of the army for like an alcoholic. I didn't like it that well. So you see, I had my life changed from my own family, but it was the best 30 years on and off. It gave me a lot of experience on people like you that will give a dog a GoFund before he give a human being that paid his dues in your city and paid his dues in the service. But you rather give a GoFund to a dog, and unless you're forced in the light to be shamed, you would never do it anyway. I mean, you'd be like, well, shit, fuck you. You go home. Shit, we got your money now. So that's how I feel about y'all. And I ain't talking on this thing for a while. It's getting me depressed.